What up? How's it going? So about to watch Being John Malkovich. I've been hearing about this for a very long time, and I just never got around to watching it, right? Of course I know who John Malkovich is, and I looked at the cast. It's a bunch of heavy hitters, but it's weird to have a film named after a movie star, right? Like, what could this possibly be about, right? And if you look at my background, this creepy ass background, I chose this because I've seen something like that where it was just a bunch of John Malkoviches. And I believe it was on like some list show or something of like films you must watch or something like that, or films that meant something to something, but it still never really said what it was about. And I seen who the cast is. Like I said, I seen the Rotten Tomato score, which is high. The cast is full of heavy hitters. So I'm definitely looking forward to this. It looks like it's going to be weird. And yeah, man, that's something I'm interested in right now, like weirdo movies. So let's go ahead and get this started. Being John Malkovich. Let's go. He's killing it. He definitely is killing it. Look at this. It's getting more and more exquisite.
Will you just take a look at Elijah today? He's not feeling very good again.
Which one is Elijah again?
The chimp, honey.
Yeah, okay.
The chimp. Did she say the chimp? Yeah, she said the damn chimp. A monk and a nun that are secretly in love. The kid is right there. No, what?
You motherfucker.
That was some weirdo shit. That's mad specific. Anything too specific in the classifieds was crazy. That person is secretly trying to use your skin as a bodysuit. 7.5.
7.5.
What?
Thank you.
Please have a seat, Mr. Juarez.
Schwartz.
Pardon?
Schwartz.
I'm sorry. I have no idea what you're saying to me right now.
My name is Schwartz.
My name is Schwartz.
What is wrong with her?
Mr. Juarez?
Oh, yes?
Yes.
What's
said
up
yes.
with her?
You suggest what?
Security.
No, sir, it's just a little mix-up with your secretary. My name is Craig Schwartz. I tried to explain that to her.
She's not my secretary. She's what they call an executive liaison.
Ah.
And I'm not banging her, if that's what you're implying.
What is going on here?
Flores, get Guinness on the
Pause.
phone.
Yes, sir. Gigas con Capone. Fine.
What's wrong with
Fine
her?
woman, Flores. I don't know how she puts up with this speech impediment of mine.
You don't have a speech impediment, Dr. Lester.
Flattery will get you everywhere, my boy. I apologize if you can't understand a word I'm saying.
No, I understand perfectly.
Well, it's very kind of you to lie.
What?
Well, if it's charity you're after,
Yo,
be
this-
gone with you, you foul thing.
I'm not asking for alms, Captain, but rather the ear of a kind man with a noble heart.
Well,
Captain Merton, I'm afraid
Dog,
that the
I would've
world
been
is not
left,
built
yo.
With me in mind. Doorknobs are too high, chairs
Old
are
executive
unwieldy,
liaison.
and
I'd have been out
high-ceilinged
after her.
rooms mock my stature.
and I shall build a floor for ye between the 7th and the 8th in my own building. So at least there'll be one place on God's green earth where ye and your accursed kind can live in peace.
So, honey, have you thought any more about us having a baby?
You know, I think it's just so tough right now, economically and all. That I think that maybe we should just wait and see if this job thing pays off.
Here's the thing. If you ever got me, you wouldn't have a clue what to do with me. Oh, what magic. Those fingers could work on the right cabinet. Maybe you could alphabetize me. And don't forget, I comes before you.
How I ain't never heard that before.
Don't toy with Flores, Schwartz.
Oh, no.
If I was 80 years younger, I'd box your ears.
I wasn't playing with you, sir. I didn't... Pardon me, how old are you, sir?
105.
What?
I want my body to inspire lust in that beautiful, complex woman. I want her to shiver with a spasm of ecstasy, Schwartz, as I penetrate her
Dr.
web.
I'm flattered you would share your feelings with me.
The dialogue in this is beautiful.
If I can guess your name in 3 tries, you have to come have a drink with me tonight.
Stupid.
Maxine?
She really let this nigga get away with that?
So tell me about yourself. Huh? I mean, if you can get your mind out of the gutter long enough, dog boy.
Well, I'm a puppeteer. And I've been...
Check.
Immediately.
I really feel that you and I belong together, Maxine.
Oh.
Maxine cold in a motherfucker, man. Oh. Somehow this is the weirdest part of this movie already. And there's been plenty of weird shit. Yo, what? I think I get what just happened, but that may be the craziest shit I've ever heard. Yep, it's what I thought. Because I'm like, I haven't seen John Malkovich at all in this. When is he coming to play? And then all of a sudden, when you see what he sees, it just looked like a nice area. You know what I mean? Reading the Wall Street Journal. Wait, so is he just seeing through his eyes? I thought he was...
Hey, say,
Yeah.
ain't you that actor guy?
Yes.
No, this is crazy. What the fuck? And he just fell out the goddamn sky. Hell.
Do you see what a metaphysical can of worms this portal is? I don't see how I could go on living my life the way I've lived it before.
She said, jump then.
We don't know the significance of this thing. It might be dangerous to toy with.
Oh, you think it might be dangerous? You ended up on the New Jersey Turnpike. But it's a lot more scary knowing what it is than not knowing, I will say that. At least to me, like, John Malkovich. Like, I'm like, what? I don't want to do this. Like that right there.
Being inside did something to me. I knew who I was. I was John fucking Malkovich.
This is so weird. Lester created a portal just so he could fulfill his weirdo fantasies of John Malkovich.
It was amazing. I've decided that I'm a transsexual. I know, it's the craziest thing, Greg.
I really want to see you. I just loved you in that Jewel Thief movie.
Come on. Meet her there.
Girl, you're being weird. Weirder than being inside of John Malkovich. Seeing the world as he sees it.
Meet her there.
Everywhere.
Oh no, did she just find out that she could be his conscience? Please don't tell me she figured that out. That's crazy.
I've never been looked at like this by a woman before. I think I'm sweating.
What's Maxine's game plan
My
here?
voice is probably the least intriguing thing about me.
Can I be anybody that I want to be?
Ew.
Well, you... Actually...
Somehow it was already weird and creepy, and he made it even more creepier.
It's my second choice, but it's wonderful.
What the fuck was your first choice? This movie is crazy so far, but I like it.
Who gives a shit about them anyway?
Hilarious.
Greg.
Feel you peering out.
Really?
Yeah. Behind the stubble and the too prominent brow and the male pattern baldness, I sensed your feminine longing. Hi.
Yo, that's crazy and weird.
I love you, Lottie.
Hurry up, y'all got 15 minutes. He like, yo, what the fuck?
Did you call me Lottie?
Yeah, that's.
We love her, Craig.
We?
John and me.
Don't forget about me.
Will you have the Maxine action figure to play with?
Do you have any idea what it's like to have two people look at you with total lust and devotion through the same pair of eyes?
No, I don't suppose you would. It's quite a thrill, Craigie.
What's his play here? What's he gonna do? What the hell is?
I need to see you.
Sweetie. Oh, I had so much fun with you last night.
Holy shit, yes!
Yes!
Holy shit, he said what I said.
What?
I made him move his arm across your girlfriend's glorious tit.
There are so many lines in this that you will never ever hear anyplace else in the world again.
I mean, I feel like I'm going crazy, Charlie.
I'm sure you're not going crazy.
You don't understand, man. It's like nothing I've ever felt.
That's who you call?
Simulate?
Yeah, after a fashion.
What exactly does that mean?
Well, it's hard to describe.
I want to do it then.
I'm sure that would pale in comparison to the actual experience.
I want to do it!
Exactly. Let him do it. Who the fuck is he inside now?
Malkovich.
Malkovich. That 15 minutes gonna seem like an eternity. Yo, is he learning? That's funny.
Okay, that was Craig inside of Malkovich?
Yes, it was him. It's because he's a puppeteer, I think.
So if Craig can control Malkovich, and I can control Craig.
Craigie. Craig. Schwartzy. Are you in there?
I am Captain Merton.
I don't understand.
It was 90 years ago, and I found that this portal led to a vessel body and that I could live forever on his 44th birthday. That's when he becomes ripe. But I must enter by midnight on that day.
Oh, this is insane. Oh, this is the thing from the beginning, huh? Yeah. Like the fact that he has John Malkovich out here doing this lame ass dance.
That was incredible. You're brilliant.
One of the world's greatest entertainers, and the man who reinvented how we view puppeteering. Tonight, we look at the man above the strings and the woman behind the man. Malkovich had to start from scratch and pay his dues all over again as a fledgling puppeteer.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm John Malkovich.
And the cat skills.
The MS,
like he a stand-up comedian or something.
As the poet said, the puppeteer's voice need not merely be the record of man. It can be one of the pillars, the props.
No one ever said that.
Endure and prevail.
No one.
And I believe that.
If they don't get the fuck out of here, man.
Who is this, Lester?
Does it matter? We're gonna kill Maxine if you don't leave the body immediately. Jesus, we're gonna kill your wife, you fucking lunatic.
Right? Like, what the hell?
Help me!
Oh, what? Subconscious.
You're creepy. No! Why did you have to hurt me like that? I'm sorry, Lottie. I guess I loved you too. It's ours. I got pregnant when you were in Malkovich. You cannot fuck with me anymore, Maxine.
I'm going.
Just fall out the air.
Now, my friends.
I'm free.
And deep down, that's what it's all about. I don't know what what that is, but
I feel good being Malkovich without you. It proves I love you. Doesn't it? He's not with us.
Charlie, this is Emily.
yeah, I kind of figured that. Yeah.
Let me see. Are you gonna throw up? Let me see.
Maxine, look away. Look away. Look away. Look away.
That ending was so hopeful, creepy, weird, lovely. What the fuck, man? But Craig's weird ass is in The Daughter. You know how weird that is? Now that I'm thinking about it, you know how weird that is? First, let me start by saying don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you are subscribed, make sure to hit the notification bell. Shout out to all the new viewers. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Look, yo, even if you explained this movie to me, I still wouldn't know what to expect coming in. That's how insane this is, but like insane in a lovely way. First, when it starts out, you could not imagine where it would end up. And because it was so surreal, but the dialogue was so fucking hilarious. And so when it starts with him being a puppeteer, you're like, what? And then she's like, I think she said, feed Elijah. And he like, Elijah, is that one of her cats? That's what I'm thinking. She's like, it's the chimp. I'm like, a chimp? Like, what the fuck is going on here? I think besides the puppeteer shit, because even with the puppeteer thing, that wasn't a what the fuck moment for me. I actually thought that was pretty fly to see the puppet killing it, right? So when you said the chimp shit, it all just got crazier from there. My guy, you know, he's out and about and he's doing his little renditions, this lovely puppetry. And this shit is so weird. A little girl is watching. And like I said, they were just, their bodies wanting each other were just in agony. And it was all being portrayed by the goddamn puppets. And I'm dying because that's hilarious. It's something I've never seen and will never see. Just like this movie, right? And so when he gets punched and then he comes and sees his girl. Wait, what was the girl's name again? Oh, man. Hold on. Well, let me see. What was her name? Lottie, right? Played by Cameron Diaz. When she sees him, she's like, again? And that was just funny because dog is out here. He's trying to do his thing and live his life, and it's not working out. So then he looks on the classifieds. He's looking for a job. There was so much about this that was just, it just reminds me of a time and place and period with film that we're not seeing like that anymore, right? Like cinema type shit. Look at me, man. Sounded like I directed Goodfellas. We don't see stuff like that no more, but just seeing like the classifieds or the landlines and, you know, it was just funny. And when they had cell phones or it just was bulky. Yeah, man, when he goes to get, he looks in the classifieds, and I'm like, yo, when the classifieds are specific like that, we know some weird shit's up, right? Didn't know how weird it would be. Didn't even understand what it was. It was just, everything about this was crazy. So then we go and we see, 7.5 floor. Okay, weird. All right, whatever. But the fact that my man just had to crouch down, first off, I was like, a little bit of me was panicking. It was like, oh no, he has to crouch down. Like, because I wouldn't have been able to do that. I'd have to leave if all day I got to just walk around like that. Okay, so he goes and he sees the secretary or the executive liaison. Fucking hilarious. Because she called him Juarez or something like that. He said, oh no, I'm Mr. Schwartz. She's like, huh? Mr. Schwartz, my name? She's like, I don't understand anything that's coming out of your mouth. What the fuck do you mean? And he said, Schwartz is my name. And she said something like, I can't remember. She said something like, your name is Warts. He just left. Like, he goes and meets Dr. Lester. And I'm sitting here like, yo, what's going to happen? And it was just some more, like the dialogue was so great. And Lester as a character was just bizarre. And the shit he was saying just didn't even, it doesn't even register. Like, if people were talking like this in real life, you lock them away, right? Man. Then we get to the place where my man is just working and he's doing what he's doing. He finds a chick that he likes. Now, Maxine, her character, is also surreal. She was so upfront and cold in a way that was surreal. Like my man just attempted to have a conversation with her. She was like, you couldn't handle me. Walks off. Just bounce. You know what I mean? And so he keeps trying and he finally gets to go out with her. And she's about to leave early on. And he's like, no, I like tits, puts on. So when they keep talking, but then eventually she's like, all right, what do you do? He says, a puppeteer. She's like, hey, check please. Like, she's out. So nothing for her, okay? A man goes back and he's doing his work. Now this is where it's like, what is going on here? Because I still haven't seen John Malkovich. And I feel like this was maybe 30 minutes into the film. You don't see John Malkovich. So it's like, what? And then at that point, though, you kind of feel like, okay, this is leading to John Malkovich, but how? In no way could I figure this out, okay? He walks in, he's crawling in the door and all this. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, is it gonna be secretly to his house or something? Soon as I saw that toast and I just saw how good everything looked, I'm like, I believe I said something like, this can't be what I think it is. When I realized that it was John Malkovich, dog, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I liked that this kept me on my toes. I liked the dialogue. Everybody was acting their ass off because Cameron Diaz played that role great. The chick who played Maxine, I believe she's in 40-Year-Old Virgin. She's been in some other shit too, but she killed it in this. Of course, Cusack, like, during that time, he was killing it in pretty much anything he was in. Man, this was so dope to me. So when you see it, you're like, what? But even when you're seeing him in John Malkovich, and then he ends up on the New Jersey Turnpike, which is weird in itself, you still, right there, it stops because you're like, okay, yo, that was crazy. But what of it? Like, where the fuck is this going to go? By the end of it, we have a full-on love story. We have a creepy ex who is inside of their daughter. This shit was so bizarre. And it kept me on my toes so much that I thought Charlie Sheen was like John Malkovich. Like, fuck all that I was talking about. The ending of this is crazy and hilarious and weird all at the same time. And the reason I bring that up is because let's start at the point where John Malkovich, where he first initially goes in there with a piece of wood. He comes out without it. And what goes on from there is so crazy. So my man goes and shows Maxine, and he just has to tell someone, but he's not really fucking with the wife no more. Okay, you know what I mean? He was already trying to get with her, and she knew that he was married because this man forgot and was wearing his ring. And when he told the wife, she was like, "What? I want to see it." Okay, whatever. She goes and sees it, and her experience is even more profound than what Craig experienced, which was funny because Craig was already talking some like, yo, this is philosophical shit. This is blowing my motherfucking mind. Like, it was a trip for him. But for her, it was like, yo, the thought of like being a man, it never crossed my mind. Like, to the point where when they have to go to see Lester that night, she's not even really thinking about it. And then we see what's going on with Lester. He has the John Malkovich shit all in there. It's like, what? But I like that storyline too because it was goofy, but it was pretty funny, right? I'm pretty sure this has a deeper meaning, and I'm sure there've been some think pieces on it, and I'm actually going to go and look those up. What the wife experienced was something more. She comes in the next day. When she comes, she thinks that she's trans, but she felt at home in John Malkovich, which is bizarre and hilarious and crazy. Now, Maxine, when he tells her about it, Maxine approached him because she's a scumbag, like, okay, we're going to sell this. To sell the rights to be John Malkovich, 15 minutes at a time, $200 a pop was like bizarre, man. The fact that Maxine fell in love with Lottie, but only when she was inside of John Malkovich, just makes me like wonder that makes me think that there's a deeper meaning to this, because by the end they find each other and they're like, yo, we You know what I mean? We belong together. She ends up keeping the baby, which is John Malkovich's baby. There was so many parts in this that were just fantastic. When he locks her up and Craig wants to be inside of John Malkovich, so he locks Lottie up in the chimp's cage. That shouldn't have been funny, but it was fucking hilarious because he felt betrayed. He's like, y'all smashed without me, you know what I mean? Like, and the way they found out, that scene was crazy when they both kissed up on her. And she's like, Craig, I ain't got nothing for you. And I only like you when you're in John Malkovich. That scene where Maxine says, basically use him. You know, just go full on puppet. I want to, you know what I mean? And he does the dance from the beginning. That was fucking hilarious. And it was creepy and it was weird too. But then what it leads to is even more surreal, creepy, and weird, but mad hilarious. That part where they show him making John Malkovich just become the top puppeteer of all time. Dog, that shit was so crazy and hilarious because what we were witnessing was, it's almost as if somebody was like, I'm going to stop doing this and go be a stand-up comedian, right? Like I said, he goes to the Catskills. Lottie figures out by dealing with Lester, right? Yo, hold on, I can't remember his name. Yeah, with Dr. Lester, that no, this is an old thing they've been doing to just stay alive. And I can't remember who he was before that. I can't remember. It was the guy who they talked about creating the 7.5 floor, which was also bizarre, right? That welcome brief they had to go to. But when they took old girl, when they took Maxine, I'm like, okay, this is it. This is the end. But nah, my man, he had some feelings. He like, yo, I fuck with Maxine, but I also fuck with this, like, I want to be John Malkovich, right? And so he had to deal with that. But the thing is, he never considered why Maxine, and even us, the fans watching this, or the people watching this, we couldn't figure out Maxine was pregnant by John Malkovich by Lottie. And that's fucking crazy and insane. So by the time we get to the end of this, when Lottie is chasing Maxine to try to kill her, right? She's trying to kill Maxine, but they're in John Malkovich's subconscious. Dog, that scene was crazy because he's like, oh, I've been bad, or something like that. Oh, I'm a bad boy. They was calling him Malka P. It was like so much shit that was deep down in him. Like, he was sniffing panties. A chick called him weird. He saw his parents smashing. Dog, that shit was so crazy. Also, when I saw all the John Malkoviches, because I was like, how does this happen, right? Like, what's going to take place? When he went inside and you saw that was a crazy fucking scene. Like, hey, man, this was a good film. This is like just, I can't really explain it. I don't need a film to be about nothing. If it's just, like I said, it's probably a deeper meaning. Maybe not. But if it's just some goofy shit that's fun and funny and inventive, I'm with it, man. And that's what this was. Hey, John Malkovich, I rock with this. Next movie.